that you guys got, the document is in there because I had it make it. So you should be able to copy it, and it has placeholders and everything. So, and I'm going to put that document and a couple other things in the hub tomorrow, in the, not the hub, the workshop information center that's on the web page, it's on the website. And then I'll put all of the resources in there in addition to the document that's in the file, because I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out for you. I'll make sure I put a copy of the document that in the workshop hub so that you'll have access to it, and the other document that I promised. And I want to thank everybody who participated and helped me out this month, trying to get out of the situation with these dudes shutting me down. And as you can see, what we're making right now, we're learning how to cut to the chase. And I'm thinking this is revolutionary because my question is, I'm not that smart. I played football. I did martial arts for freaking most of. Okay, those are 2 things or 3 or 4 things not smart people do. So I have to keep this stuff simple. So my question is, when you sue the bar association, does that mean your case is over? I'm hoping somebody from the bar association, can kind of come and help me because I'm thinking, when you sue the bar association, nobody can defend them from the state. I don't know, because they can't. I don't know the situation. So if their buddies are suing you over there, and then, well, wait, they said to have a license, but they don't. And then you sue their main corporation because their misrepresentation and they don't have, it creates a situation. Yeah. And I got some notes too that I'm going to leave in the thing that outlined, and I'm going to leave part of it. I can't leave this whole one here, but it'll be in the notes. But I'm going to leave the main part of it.
Tell them.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
I think Regina can't hear you.
Regina can't hear nothing.
She's been pointing at her ear and doing this sort of stuff.
I don't think I have control over that.
I mean, I can hear you perfectly, but I don't think she can hear you.
Do you know how to unmute yourself, Coach Regina? Are you unmuted? Because you have to unmute yourself. She can type. I don't have control over her mic unless I throw her out. I don't think. Yeah, see, I don't have control over her mic. I think maybe it's the internet. Now, Ashley was here too, and Ashley, it said that her device was not connected, but I think she can hear us. Well, I don't know what to do to help Coach Regina.
Maybe have everybody else give like a thumbs up that they can hear. That way you'll know it's just her.
Yeah, well, I assume since everybody else is, you'd be great. You guys, if everybody else can hear, let me get back to the other window. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can share the document that. Well, actually, this is a different one than I was going to show. This one here is the corporate fiction lawsuit package that's on the website to remove you from their corporate. Yeah, you see, this wasn't quite the one that I was going to show you guys, but we might as well just. Hey, it came out pretty. This is for the people who want to just totally remove themselves from their jurisdiction. So they don't have any authority over you for property tax, driving, or anything. And what I started doing was just connecting everything together so that, because you have to copy and paste this stuff in your own Word before you personalize it. You should always save the file clean. If I email it to you and you don't do it that way, then your changes are going to show in my master file. And when I send it to other people, your changes will be in there. And that would be, when I see that, I'll have to delete them and put it back to the inventory copy, and someday you'll be looking for your stuff and it will not be available. So you can see this was way more in depth than what we were going to look, but this one is pretty badass. So this removes you from their corporate jurisdiction and provides all the stuff that you need to file a claim against them. Let me see if we can get the one that we want. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the substantive due process. So what we found out and this was kind of what we were going to talk about originally, what we found out that we were doing wrong was we were addressing the substantive due process and the procedural due process both on the same paper. And that allows them to hide behind their stuff. Because when you complain, they're like, okay, well, you don't like the ruling, so go file an appeal. Well, you can't ever appeal. You don't have what you need to do an appeal because the administrative courts do not provide a finding of facts and the conclusions of law, which are the two main things you need to be able to have an appeal, but they don't provide that. So they tell you, go get a lawyer, If you tell them you want to do an appeal, oh, well, sit down right here. We can get the paperwork out for you, whatever. We don't bother, with that appeal process stuff. So what we found out is, and I'm going to screen share. This is you guys get a copy of this. I'll put in the resource in the workshop page tomorrow. And Felix, the code to access the workshop information center page on my website is 1620. So you might write that down so that you can use it tomorrow to get into the workshop information center to access these documents that we're talking about that you get from being here tonight. Now, this is actually the lawsuit shit. The substantive due process is, the 42 USC 1983, the fraudulent concealment. I always use fraudulent concealment on everything because fraudulent concealment tolls the statute of limitations and jams their ass to the curb. They try to save their ass with their own bullshit all the time with, well, you don't have time, you ran out of time, statute of limitation, whatever. We use fraudulent concealment as a cause of action at the gate. And I had one attorney tell me, you can't do that. Bam, it's done. And that's why you're mad. Okay, so we have to act to the crap. And that objection is on a different objecting to the procedural process. And this is the supplemental pleading. Now, remember, we don't ask for leave. I don't ask them for nothing. I don't do none of that stuff. And we do a supplemental pleading. You can go to the Federal Rules of Procedure and look up file an amendment and go all the way down to the very bottom by the little tiny ass number, and you'll see supplemental pleading. You have to add a count, add a party, or both, and they have to be connected to the original reason why you were there. So we do the supplemental pleading and then put your stuff right on there. And then I'll let you see the rest of it. It's not very long, nice and short. You don't need to be long. Now, let's see if it didn't work out. Okay. Now, can you guys see? No, that's still the supplemental pleading there. Okay, let's see if we go to the other. Bam, there we go. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. Let me check and make sure. Yep. Okay, so this is the objection to the judicial interference and demand for recusal. And doing it this way, Bags puts it where we need to have it. So this is for when the judge throws your stuff out. Then you can come back with the way we should have been answering. But, we're learning as we go. We're objecting to invalid use of statutes and codes because they don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. Lack of lawful authority at the onset. And I got one person that used this, that's using this so far because it's pretty new. Yeah, that's the firepower right there, baby. That's like having a gimme in the hole. I ain't lying, because we already know. I tell you already know the judge's gonna throw your stuff out. Yeah. Or at least a state court judge. And then when you get done playing around on state court, I went through the little thing in there. You guys, add their butts to the counterclaim, serve them. They're not going to be able to respond. They can't answer. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. So it's a wrap. They damn sure can't respond when you get done adding them all to their own crap. That's like another wrap. Matter of fact, Henry Jones, he was still in his house. Four sheriff trips out. He's in Cook County, Illinois. And sadly, I'm not sure how things are going with him because he didn't have the money to file in federal court. But now we got another new document. Because I don't like running. Get that? Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I love my job. Okay, sorry. Let me stay focused over here. If people follow me around and shit, man, started out just 2 or 3. And that was when I was helping Randall get out when he was in Georgia. Then I helped Jesse get out of jail in Texas, in Richmond, Texas. And turned out the prosecutor, Julia Keck, is shown as an intern on their website. And she got a little mad because I looked up her stuff on People Looker, and she's a prosecutor using an alias name. She has 6 different aliases. And then she got kind of mad because I speed blast her address and all of her personal emails and shit right on the thing. And they let Jesse out. Okay, but the next day, Jesse called me and told me that they had his emergency hearing before they let him out. I'm like, what the hell? Emergency hearing for what? You got your lawsuit with Rico filed on their ass. He said the prosecutor was really mad and she put out a restraining order against us both. I'm like, oh, hell no. I know she didn't put no restraining order on my ass. Are you kidding me? I'm way the hell over here in Kansas. And he's like, yeah, coach. She said both of us not to give them 500 feet to her and to stop sending her emails. I said, shit, I don't have no reason to be within 500 feet of her ass. But you know what? I'm going to send her 2. I said, I'm sending you 2 emails. The second one's going to be the same as the first one. Because I don't have shit else to say, but seriously, maybe you might want to go ahead and send me a copy of that restraining order so I can sue you too. Yeah, so now I got some other people following me around. Look like I got a presidential motorade. I mean, a presidential Kincaid, a motorcycle, I don't know, whatever the hell you call that shit, you know, when they follow the president around. But, you know, I got my 5G hotspot. I don't go nowhere without it. All right. They decide they want to put me on a jack with me. And I already rehearsed this. In 3 minutes, bam, we live. That's all I gotta say. We live right now. And what's your name? They look at the camera right now. So take that shit out of your face. Okay, sorry. I get a little worked up. Okay, right here, we done running. Demand to dismiss for lack of subject matter jurisdiction and demand to remove and transfer to federal district court. Oh, number one, state court don't have judicial authority to hear anything on anybody's about anybody's property. Municipal court lacks subject matter, and municipal court gets its judicial authority from the city ordinance. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You can get your clerk, your clerk's manual and look it up right there. They got some funky words, and they're really not that complicated. They're trying to mix it up and make it like they have now. And when you get all done, it says they don't have authority to do nothing, and the judge shouldn't be doing this one. Okay, so you get arrested by the police, the municipal court level. Municipal court gets its judicial authority from the city ordinance, and the police violate the separation clause in the Constitution when they sign the stinking ticket on behalf of a judicial officer of the court. Wow. Okay, so that's a violation of that separation clause right there. Bam, out the gate. Okay, and then when they get you in the municipal court, if they don't like your ass or want to beat your ass, okay, they send your file over to the state court. And then if the state court can figure out a way to jam you up, then the state court's going to send you another charging document. Yeah, I was like, you guys, I sued their ass in 2017 for 3 $10 seatbelt tickets. That was a little while after I got out. And the cops kept pulling me over. They were saying that I was putting the wrong finger up or a finger up or something. And I told them I was picking my nose. I was fanning myself. That's what I told my 13-year-old granddaughter, Jocelyn. She told me, Grandma Guy, I watched your videos and I thought I saw you using the finger. Oh, no, sweetie, I was fanning myself. I started laughing. Demand to dismiss for lack of subject matter jurisdiction and to remove the transfer over to federal. Now, I've done this. I did it with my $10 seatbelt tickets a bunch of years ago. I've had like 1 or 2 people do it, but you have to be like almost willing to go to get, Okay, and I moved my own stuff over there because I sued the judges on the state level. And once you sue, you might as well. And they like, is there an honest judge over here I can go to? I mean, you kidding me right now? Okay, but now we're moving the stuff they paid to file, because what I did was I moved it to federal court. And I forced them to accept it without paying the $400 filing fee. And I told them if they wanted to do a check down, then they should be charging me $200 because I already paid $200. Of course, I kind of have some history a lot with the federal court, and they don't really want to mess with me. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't went ahead and sued their ass for all this stuff, because I get a gimme. I got 26 or 27 letters from these attorneys all over the place whining because people are kicking their butt, talking about I'm practicing law without a license. And I'm like, y'all ass ain't got, show me your license and I'll shut up. So this is new. We haven't used this yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to market it up. Just got it done the other day. I have these, I dream big, and then you figure out a way to make it happen. And, my dad used to tell me, winners see what the hell you got. They see where the hell they want to be in the end, and then they figure out whatever the hell needs to be done in the middle. That's the hard part about it. Figure out whatever the hell you need to get, whatever it takes to get done in the middle to see what's over there. So you see yourself over there already. And this is why I have a real hard time with people who come in are very negative. I mean, no offense to anybody, okay, because people have ended up going through this situation. By the time they'll find me, they've gone through a pretty good beatdown. And, not very often, but just some, there's a few times people get upset, and then I usually tell them that I didn't realize they were more interested in coaching themselves. Had I realized that, I'll step back now. With that being said, I expect people to be blunt with me and just tell me, because that's the way I'm going to be. We don't have time to be whatever. And my dad was a Marine and he was in the Army, so think my mouth's back. Yeah. Okay, but we all on the same team, okay, and my grandkids are giving me a hard time about the finger thing, so I had to try a little nice. But you know what? I'm not going to change who I am because of what people might think of me. Because those people who think that of me, I don't really give a shit about. Seriously. The people who are jamming and whatever, those are the ones I care about. Those are the people that are helping me do this and live my dream. And this is my therapy for what they did to me and put me through. Yeah. Oh, there you go. See Virginia back here. So the way we're doing this now is protection first. You want to protect your property, get the list, get the fraudulent conveyance placed in a public record, and then go back a few days later and do the notice of list pendants. And then if there's a case against you already, I would file in the case the judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance. And all you do is move that thing down and then put the case number, the parties, and all that shit right there. And then from here down, and then you put judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance, and then everything else the same. I don't even change nothing else after that. I said, oh, well, it doesn't say comes now, whatever. I'm like, dude, you just go and throw your shit in the yard. We're not going to go out of our way. Go see, here's the thing. When you start jumping through their hoops, they'll hoop your ass right out the back door. Okay? That's it. When you start jumping through their hoops, they're going to hoop your ass right out the back door. And that's when they start out. Oh, you need to change the T here and put a dot where the I goes and then bring it back. Oh, wait a minute, that was wrong. And then when you get tired of jumping through their shit, all right, we're just going to throw it out because, you couldn't get it right. Most people, and like in the last workshop were the one about dismissing. I learned something putting that together. Because I too thought once they dismissed it, well, I never let me go sit down. I know that my friend, she used to chew a lot of stuff, and she's been getting a lot better at that. And yeah, I think you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, my dog? Welcome to the show. Oh, well, let me see. Yeah, I can hear myself now. I can hear myself. Thank you. It's nice you guys let me know because I'm learning how to do this a little better, so I'm starting to see some things. But I blame it on Lily. Ah. Okay, so let's just we're going to do a screen share now that we got all that figured out. And we're going to share this one right here first. And so when you guys get this, I always tell everybody you should always copy and paste it in your own word and save the original clean. That way, if you help somebody else, you don't have to have your stuff all in there. They don't even have to know you went through this. You just tell them you went through pro se lawsuit training in school, got the fire and learned that you need, but you don't have to tell them. So, because this is the other thing. When you start doing this as a business, as a coach, then you got coaching in the background from yours truly. That way you start at the gate, taking care of business. Okay, so we're just going to kind of scroll down and complain for damages, treble damages, declaration relief. Now I'll add Rico in there. Because some people don't want to do the Rico, some people want to do this. I like doing the Rico because it makes hot potato. They don't want to mess with it. And the one that I made for myself, I actually dutied it up quite a bit because I ain't care about that fear. Okay, when you have fear, you get one of these puppy dogs right here. Or you get the shit thrown out in the yard. No offense to anybody. Okay, so everybody has fear, so you do it with the fear. What the hell? I don't care. And I'm like, stuff. No, we're just gonna do some stuff and see how they want to roll. If we can punch their ass back in the face. They shut me down a couple of weeks ago for 9 days, and now I've been punching them in the face ever since. And we're gonna keep punching them in the face ever since. All the way down. And now everybody else learn how to punch them in the face too. And if you're suing the Bar Association in St. Louis, y'all call me. Well, not tonight, because the deal right now it was $900. I marked it down to $300 right now while the stream's going down. It's $300 for all of that stuff. And I added a few more things to it too. So if you invest tonight, I'm going to have to send you the file from tomorrow, or maybe later tonight. I don't know. It depends on how long I stay worked up here. I usually, when I start getting hungry, it's time. Okay. So so the Bar Association, they're telling everybody that they have a license. And then, to practice law. And I learned last week that they have a certificate from the state. I don't know what the hell that means. It don't mean shit to me. And, people that shut me down, we got Cantor injury law. We got a whole bunch of videos with their in the background. And, I've been telling people, go there and ask them if they if they have a license. Tell them Coach Neighbors said y'all ass don't have a license, so I just need to see it because y'all charged me an arm and a leg, and then y'all didn't help me do nothing. Coach Neighbors told me that was what y'all was gonna do. So there was somebody on the YouTube channel that was whining about why was I saying that? Because this person had a license for 30 years. I wonder if that was Mr. Cantor. I don't know. I'm figuring he was hiding behind his wife, So I didn't show the, the YouTube channel or make a big deal about it because I'm figuring he's hiding behind his wife's stuff. Now, if he wasn't, he'd have came out front, just like I'm out front. I'm Coach Neighbors. I'm talking shit. Y'all don't have a bar card. All y'all got a bar card and ain't no license. So I'm not hiding behind my ex-wife's or my kids' stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. And these people think that I got time to argue with them in the comment section. Now, I barely have time to check the comment section, and that's why I've been telling people don't be asking for coaching in the comment section. Because if I answer it and then I don't get back there, then everybody think I'm leaving hanging. The coaching's done over in WhatsApp, not in the comment section. So yeah, we're picking things up a little bit. That I don't have to go by the corporate rules. Do y'all? I don't think y'all have to either. What rules are you talking about, Coach? Well, they feel like they can go and hire an attorney. Well, these guys can't. When you sue them, that kind of shuts all that down. But just let me make the point. They can hire an attorney to help them crush you. I'm like, well, we adding their attorney to our shit. We ain't gonna just let them sit over there and kick our butt and take their money and go over there and sit down. If they're gonna help them whoop me, then I'm whooping them. I'm adding them to the mix. Mm-hmm. And all those corporate lies, corporate this, they can't represent themselves. They can't litigate a case they're a party to. They can't represent each other. So what happens when you add them to the counterclaim for $200 million and file it in their case? They're screwed. They were already screwed if you got your stuff from over here, because we use federal case law and federal action, everything that we use in federal court, in state court, in federal court, in any of those courts. State court can respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. It don't go that way. Sorry, you out. They can't. And then we figured out, if we just add them to their own, you add the state, because the state is the one bankrolling, and the state is the one committing real estate deed fraud to get your, you add the judge who's getting paid by the state. It's not that hard to figure out for me. And you add the judge, and then you add the other, or the prosecutor, or, whatever. You add them to their own stuff and a counterclaim. And you file it right in the state case. Crush the state case because they can't respond. They can't represent themselves. They can't litigate a case they're a party to. It's a situation. Why don't attorneys tell you can do that? I don't know. Okay, but, they still want to play around and do all this stupid shit. I'm getting old. I don't mind, working hard if I have to. Okay, but if you're getting shit done, you shouldn't have to be working that hard. Okay, so let's just cut straight to the chase. What happens when you sue the Bar Association for your estate? This is the basic one. What happens when you sue the Bar Association? Now, fraudulent concealment is a legal doctrine, a federal legal doctrine that tolls the statute of limitations. Tolls the statute of limitations. So that y'all know what that means. I can break it down. It don't matter. I'll coach, but I don't even want to hear it. Okay, go look up what tolling statute of limitations is, I guess. There's no statute of limitations when the fraudulent concealment is on the table. And then you got the civil Rico. Now, I like to have this in the title. I couldn't find my document fast enough, so I reprinted this one out. But this Rico is in the title. And this, it's a title right here. If you're talking to me about a document, this is what I need to know, the title. This part right here is the title. All of that is the title. That's what I go by. If you don't have that, and when you start learning these documents, you'll see that some of them are close. And if you don't have it right, it could be assumed to be something else. Oh, that don't sound very good, like very good coaching. so now you see why I get to be kind of, the words mean more to me than just a screenshot. Okay. I can't coach you. I can look at a screenshot and come up with 14 ways why you might want to be sending me that screenshot. Okay. Because I don't think like you. What I need to hear the words. If you got something from the court, you figure out what it is, you look it up, you figure out how to get it, you figure out what they're trying, and then when we communicate, you got words. And now I can coach you because I understand where you're at with your words. I know some people think I'm just being a butthead. Well, I am if you're not doing what you need to do. Because in the end, you get punched around, I feel it. And I take it personal. And, I had a few people. I take it personal. But this is my life right here. Okay, so I take it personal. Enterprise under the color of law. Oh, I didn't get a page count on this one. Now, the actual package has a whole bunch of other things in it, and I don't really have time to sell all of that stuff, but I want to show you guys the main fire. And, you can put your own money in there, whatever. It's going to be treble damages. So I use like 200 million. I like the way that sounds. Welcome to the show, Nico. I'm glad you can make it. Now, I marked that product down before I started the live stream, and I'll probably leave it. I'll probably leave it up. Leave it at. I can't even keep saying the amount that I have it at because it's just crazy. Oh, and I'm thinking to turn up the value on this package. Anybody that buys this package before Monday night. So that'd be the rest of the night. And then tomorrow all day, that'll give you time to get to count your nickels. Okay, anybody that invests in the package will be included for free in the workshop that we have. Now, we're going to have the workshop when we get 10 people. So, and we may have 15 total if 10 people invest tonight. If the 10 people invest tonight, then we'll have the workshop ASAP in like a couple of days. Give me a little time to get things set up, and we'll roll because that's how that's how we do it over here. We don't have no limitations. Thank you, Justin. But I'm gonna teach tonight, so you can start your own because if you're gonna do something different than what I'm teaching, then you're gonna have to teach her. You're gonna have to coach yourself. So that is another way to go, but you don't have to go that way if you do what I'm telling you to do right now. So, but thank you for offering that to everybody. Anybody can go and recuse the judge and ask them to sit down. I'm thinking I'm better off suing the bar association, but we'll let everybody else can have. Now, there are a couple other things I want to talk about. Justin can have his own class, his own live stream, and talk about what he wants to talk about over there. During my live stream, we talk about what I want to talk about because this is what everybody showed up to hear, what I told them we were going to talk about. So, okay, so you should always, I'm just going to throw this out there, okay, and then when I wrap it up, you should always object to the judge dismissing your stuff. Now, if you was in the dismissal workshop we did last month, you understand why I'm saying that. Okay, dismissal is just a procedural bullshit. It's not the end of your case. You have to object to their procedural stuff and bring your substantive due process violation in behind that. Remember, we break that up into 2 different documents or whatever. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, what we need to talk about now is, since if you got your case dismissed in state court, okay, I don't see any need to rush over the federal court. If the judge dismissed it without prejudice, okay, number one, that ain't going to work, because they could bring that shit back next month or 2 months down the road. So if my stuff was dismissed, it's going to have to be if it's dismissed without prejudice, then that's not going to work. They'd have to dismiss mine with prejudice. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, that's not the situation. If your case gets dismissed, what do you do about it? Well, why are you there? Why are you there? Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb, and then we're going to assume a little here so we can make this point. If you're in my program and you're facing a property situation, I'm not going to say foreclosure or HOA or whatever, because none of the terms matter. It's all the same. It's all the same shit. Everybody's stuff is the same, and it's all the same shit. All right. So it don't matter what it is, property, whatever, if you're in, they're attacking your property. The main thing that if when they dismiss your case, they haven't given you what you want. And if you're in foreclosure, you're here to get your deed delivered. Like the statute that they're supposed to be following, what the judge is supposed to be saying is what they're, you're here to get your deed delivered. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so if the judge says it's dismissed and you don't have your deed delivered, then what? Objection. Objection, your lordship. Shit, sure. Objection, judge, I'm objecting. Because my legal team told me that I'm here, you're here to uphold the statutes and make them follow them, not me, because I'm not a U.S. citizen. You're here to make them follow the statutes. So I need you to make them go get my deed and bring it here to the courthouse, and I'll wait. We can go wait in your chambers or whatever, or I can wait in the lobby. It don't matter. Because the law says they're supposed to deliver your deed to you in the first place, and they didn't deliver it. So I don't really want to wait around for them to deliver it again, because I don't really have a lot of faith that I need to be sitting right here so you can see they're going to go make them go get my deed. You're here to uphold the statutes and codes, right? Yes, I am. Make them go get my deed and deliver it like it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, oh, wait, we already are suing you. Okay, so you want to object, and we talked about that in the 2-document set for the objection. You have to have the procedural objection to them ignoring your due process. This is why I said everybody's stuff is the same. A due process is getting violated all over the place. You object, and then you have your other substantive claim that you're bringing to the table at the same time. That's how we learn how to shut down the state court process, so we don't have to run. We don't have to rush over to federal court and do all that stuff. So if your case got dismissed without prejudice, I would be objecting number one for that, because they can bring that shit back in a month or 2 months and start all over or pick it up where they left off at. Obviously, we've had people all do the same, all or whatever. And number two, the reason why you're here is not to get it dismissed, I don't think. The reason why you're here is not to stop the eviction process. The reason why you're here is to protect your property from the foreclosure process. It don't matter if it's HOA, OAH, if it's the, judicial, non-judicial, property tax, non-property lien, double tax lien property. None of that shit matters. None of it matters. We don't go after them for what they're doing or what they did. We want to address why they're able to do this shit so easy. It's because they set up the system to do exactly what it's doing. And until you hold the parties that are paid, that are getting paid, then you're just going to be hanging around taking punches. Well, not here. You're going to be running laps, because I'm just saying. There's no exhausting there's no remedies. Okay. You're not exhausting any remedies. You don't have any remedies. There's no way for you to appeal anything. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. When the judge makes a ruling, and this is what I tell people, it don't matter. I know the judge is going to, then you got what you need. The first time the judge rules against you, you got what you need. To sue the judge, to sue them, to sue the fellow, I don't give a. The judge is not going to provide a finding of facts and the conclusions of law when they make a determination, when they make a ruling. They're not going to provide a finding of facts and the conclusions of law. You need both of those to be able to have any kind of chance at an appeal. The appeals court ain't going to tell you that shit, because they're over there getting paid to blow your ass around and send you back. They bounce. So when they dismiss your stuff, object to the dismissal, jam the ass up because they didn't provide you with your deed. If they're dismissing it with prejudice or without prejudice, with prejudice kind of halfway, don't matter. If they dismiss it, they need to bring my freaking deed right here today. I got all day. I'll order me some dinner. I'll order dinner for you too, Judge. I ain't playing. I got you. What you want? But you can't be looking out grumpy like this dude here, because we gonna be eating in the same. People bothering me while I'm trying to work. Okay, so that's how that's done. You don't just go sit down because the judge dismissed your stuff. That ain't not anymore. Not anymore. You want to file your procedural objection because the judge didn't provide a finding the facts and a conclusion of law, so you just got toasted in the administrative court, and then you also want to file your substantive due process violation to address that shit for the money that you need. That's how we should be shutting it down. Now, I also made another document to transfer that shit, to dismiss on a state level and transfer their case over to federal court. Yeah, we got one of them too. So I got somebody that's getting in the program on Wednesday, and they're, well, unless one of y'all beat them to the punch, are going to be the first one to get this new lawsuit filed against the Bar Association. Oh, they're real mad about that. Trying to tell me they got, no, I ain't trying to argue with nobody. Okay, they don't know. Let me explain to you, Coach. On state, just pick any state and I'll explain. Now, look, I'm not that smart. So just text me a copy of your license to practice law and cut the bullshit. Okay, because I ain't got time to be texting you during the day doing all that shit. You see other people that come there and stuff. We ain't got time for that shit. I ain't arguing with you. I don't know. I guess that's what you think we're here to do. I don't think so. I provide the facts, and that's a wrap, Jack. The facts trump all of your words, all of your precedents, all your case law, all of your bullshit is trumped by the facts, Jack. And that's a wrap on that. So yeah, I don't mess around. There's no remedies. That's why we just start out suing everybody. Remedies mean you want to keep going in their stuff and taking their punches. No offense, but that's, so all the judges are saying they're administrative. And so that's what you end up with. And I tell people, I don't even worry about making a mistake. You can correct any mistakes in a non-conventional program, okay? Because here's the thing. Their stuff started within poop. And no matter how you look at it, it's still poopy. Welcome to the show, Monica. I'm going to leave that up there. I got to let my doggy out. We're back, and I got my partner. Hi, Lily. Can you say hi to everybody up there? There you go. Can you say hi to everybody? You want to talk? What do you got to say? Okay. She's just happy to be in the house. This is a legal Lily, and she helps us out with some of our more complicated stuff, right? Right. Okay. She's just happy all the time. Okay. You gotta be careful you don't get hair on my shirt. Okay. I'm working. I'm still working. Look, we're still live. Can I finish? Okay. She said maybe. Okay. So Monica, I'm glad you could make it. We talked. I don't know if you were watching at the top of the show, but no, you sit down. Stop hoofing. I'll send you outside. You ain't in charge now. She looks scared, don't she? What? I'm working. No, I'm not going for peanut butter right now. I'm trying to finish my job. Can I finish my job here? Okay. You get a hair on me. Okay, sorry. A situation over here. So Monica is saving her Nana's house, and she actually got them to dismiss it too. And there are several people in this boat, and so I'm like, okay, if the judge dismissed it, then we need to use that to make them give you what you want, which is your deed. And in my opinion, it doesn't matter if it's dismissed with or without prejudice. None of that stuff matters. If it's dismissed, now keep in mind, dismissal don't mean it's over. It's just more of their BS to make you think that it's over, or you don't have a chance or whatever, and go sit the hell down. But we done figured out how to get it done now by doing the 2 document set to object to their procedural dismissal, and then the other document you file at the same time is the substantive due process violation, which is the process where the money. So if the judge dismissed my case, I would object to it and demand what the hell that we're here for. That's what I would object to it with the procedural objection document, and then the 2 and then the other document. I would objecting to the judge's stuff. I can't remember exactly what the name of it is, but I would object to it right now. They're not going to dismiss it unless they can't handle it. And then they're going to hope that you think that the dismissal is a wrap, and it's not a wrap. It's just the start of that. Little Missy's over trying to figure out how she wants to play this. It's just a few. She's doing pretty good now. She decided to get up here and sit down. Then if she don't, then you get kicked out. And we only got 1 boss in here, 1 coach. In the other part of the situation, we can work out something, maybe. Okay, so what we're suggesting is a document that we use that I have on the website, or if you have it already, it's the procedures, the 2 documents set to object to the judge dismissing your stuff. Now, there's another way to go too. Oh, there's another way to go too, because I got ADD. We got it going on over here. Now, I made that that judicial foreclosure dismissal package, the entire thing. And so what we learn how to do, okay, so they're throwing us under the bus, tricking us that they got us in a judicial court, and they don't. That's why you don't have no rights. And they're doing shit on the administrative side. They're not connected to the Constitution and whatever. Okay, so, here's how we're going to do that. I played against Nebraska twice in 80 and 81, and boy, it was, okay, they like to run now. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to hold them accountable for what they're supposed to be doing in a judicial court, right? If they're tricking you to make you think you're in a judicial court, I'm going to make them do what they're supposed to be doing if they're in a judicial court. Otherwise, they're jacking me. You learn how to think that way when you have one of these driver's licenses. This is my new driver's license that I'm going to hand to the police. Oh, that's my new state ID. That's my driver's license. Okay, so when you look at it that way, I just, now, you can do the offer to pay letter. You can write a letter to the judge to try to get them to do something without everybody finding out what's going on. Kind of, but you got to kind of figure out how you want to spend that. And sometimes it's hard for nice people to spend that because they really haven't understood the situation, gravitation, the seriousness of the situation. They don't understand the situation that you have them in. When you do, and you be talking trash like me. You could go down there with the fire, and ain't nobody go down there with the fire. But if you ain't up in there acting like you done burned some people before with it, I'm just trying to. Then, and then there's things along the way that you change to check it back down to their conventional system, because you think that we had to do the what. If we're missing the what, then we're in trouble. Shut down the state court, sue them in federal. Take the state court docket sheet, jam their butts up in federal for violating due process. Number one, they can't respond to nothing that you filed on the federal court level. Number one, they can't respond to nothing that you filed on the state court level because they don't have I didn't say a federal license, because there ain't no license to practice law unless you get one off of our website. Okay, they don't have, even when they get to federal court, if you use my stuff, they can't respond still, because they have to have a federal bar card to respond to federal case law on state or federal. Oh, wait, they can't do it on state, can't do it on federal either. I'm sorry, it's a wrap. It's time to go home. I think we need a commercial break. Now, the other things that I like to do, Monica, and I'm sure I'm going to share this because, you taking care of Nana's stuff, that's, other thing that I like to do is look these players up. The state judges, you can find there. I use peoplelooker.com, and I look them up. I look them up all different kind of ways. I'm not lying. I am not, dude. We got an attorney over here, Sarah
Casson, Casson, or yeah, where is she? She's in Ohio doing some shady stuff for divorce, and her maiden name is Schultz, and her married name is Carlson. Oh, she got an alias name that she's actually acting as an attorney under. Oh, how? Okay, so whatever she signed is void because a fake corporation can't sign shit. A fake corporation don't have arms or legs or blood. It can't be sovereign. That's total bullshit. It can't sign nothing. So, but we're showing the other two names anyway. And the point was, oh, she was really grumpy when everybody found out. When everybody found out, because the legal team and pro se lawsuit don't be playing around. Everybody found out her address, all of her stuff, all of her aliases. Oh, take a little air out the tires. Do your homework. It makes a big difference when they get that, and when they get that, and they look at that shit and they see that you added all the personal information that they've been hiding while they've been screwing people over. I'm getting a little worked up. Not really. I'm getting hungry, so. Always object to the judge. Always object to anything. I objected one time, and the judge asked me why. I said, I don't know. I'm not sure, but when I get home, that was a long time ago. Okay, easy. Y'all don't be trying to judge me. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, and so I decided when I take stuff to court to file, I'm not taking it back. I don't give a crap. I'm not taking it. Well, that's the kind of crappy attitude that may not fit with you, but that's the way I was. But y'all, some of y'all know what I went through, so that was it. Okay, so I went to federal court in Topeka, and my stuff this is a long time ago. Don't be judging me. And there was stuff missing that I needed to have on there that I actually should have had. And when she pointed it out, then I realized that Lily messed up. Well, I didn't know Lily at the time, but anyway, so. But you know what? I still didn't take that shit home. I went to the bathroom and I left it in the urinal and in the toilet for people to. I'm not taking it home. Okay, that's it. And so, I didn't get 4 blocks, okay, from the building before they called me to let me know that that my stuff was in the bathroom. Of course, I was playing. Oh, what? Oh, dang! I thought I had that. I thought I had it with me. Okay, I didn't do that too well. I'm laughing in the background. Okay, so they found that shit quick. It wasn't 10 minutes. My grandma used to do that shit to me all the time. I think they're watching me. Okay, so anyway, don't worry about what they're doing. We got this situation set up now to where we don't really need all of the documents that's in the packages. If you do this the way we got it set up, you'll stop the state court process by doing the counterclaim situation, adding all those parties to it, and filing that in their case, and then taking a certified copy of all of that with you over to federal court and filing that as not evidence because you're not in a judicial court. Okay, you're not in a. You have to make them give you what you want. Dismiss. Most people are happy with the dismissal, and then they go whatever. Okay, so you have to make them give you what you want, and you blame it on the legal team. Blame it on my ass. All right, because they're already mad as hell. Yeah, bam, let's go. They're already mad as hell. Just blame them. Coach Neighbors. Come on now, some people call me the wrong. Oh, that's when I whip out my my driver's license. Right there, baby. Corrections Corporation of America. That's also where I started my legal training. No, actually, I started before I went there. I wasn't very good. Okay, whatever. Stay focused. I think that this tip that we're working with tonight here, well, suing the Bar Association, I don't even have to add that into nothing because y'all know how excited I am about that. But this tip at forcing the court to give you what you want is, because just because it said dismissal, that's not what you want. That's not why you're here. You're here to get your deed. Now, there's some things that need to happen for that, but that's not, if you're here and you don't keep in mind the reason why you're here, because there's a check down, that's your deed. Now, I don't care about the millions of dollars or all of that. Your deed was supposed to have been delivered to you according to their law. Their statute, they're supposed to follow, not us. Let's keep that. And they didn't do that. They registered your shit in their office, and that registration actually allowed the first illegal lien appealing property. Okay, the illegal registration, because it said they're supposed to deliver it, and they didn't do that. They registered it. That illegal registration is allowed the first illegal lien to put on your property. The first illegal lien was the mortgage lien. Okay, think about it like this. Sorry for all of you people that let's think about it this way. I'm not that smart. Okay, so this is how I think about it. The fact that, if there were several people on property, all of those owners would have to be present to sign that lien, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact that they accepted the signature from y'all happy asses proved that you own that shit already, and I smell stink. I'm just saying. And when you sat down and signed, nobody else signed nothing. Not while you was at the table. Not while you was still there. Y'all was still there, signed anything. The bank didn't sign shit. There's empty blank over there but it don't even say bank on it. Now, somebody did sign it up here after y'all left the table. They stamped in my head. They stamped paid to the order of on it. And then a bank vice president or Linda Green was a robo-signer or something, whatever. Sign that shit, paid to the order without recourse, blah, 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 a bunch of other stuff. And they process it through the Federal Reserve for electronic credits. Okay? They turned it into a security. And that's the source of the alleged mortgage loan. Total BS. S. And you know what? Modern Money Mechanics is publication put out by these dudes who know way more about the fracking banking systems than I do. The Modern Money Mechanics said that their people are granted 9 times the amount that went into a demand deposit account. 9 times. Nine times. 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn, I got a whoops on that hand. Damn, I got a nail. Okay, it's still 9 times, even with a nail missing. Y'all keep the hell up. 9 times. Okay, so I'm like, not plus not times not equals not. I'm trying to not figure wait 9 times. Okay, so what about already when you paid? So that's 1 time. Okay, and then when you paid and then they took it back, but didn't give you back no money. So we're gonna count it as a time. Okay, and then after you paid, okay, they claimed it on their taxes, right? They call it a corporate screwing. Okay, I don't know what they call it. Okay, but I know they do that. So that's 9 times. Then you pay, that makes it 10. And then they claim it on the insurance, that makes it 11. And then they write it off the taxes. Bam. Now we're back to the finger missing a nail. How the hell did we get back to the finger missing a nail? 9 times. 9, 10, and then now the last time in my head, I just have it in my head. I don't have anything to verify it other than I'm a coach. Okay, and I got tired of getting punched in the face. Okay, so 9 times the amount. Then they did this other stuff. So in the end, how did it get back over here for sale? Oh, wait, there's debt collectors involved. They said they're here to collect your debt on the website when they came after you for it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, did the debt collectors buy the debt for pennies on the dollar, which would make it 9, 7, 3, 6. Damn, I can't. I can't. Okay, so Dr. Arthur, who is this dude who buys these things before the bank gets them back over here or whatever, and I haven't heard from Dr. Arthur in a long time. Okay. But he told me Modern Money Mechanics was incorrect. He said they make 22 times. 22 times. I'm like, shit, 22. Okay. Does that include the 9 I'm talking? Okay, sorry. No, I wouldn't know if that, because if he's saying 22, and I don't know, maybe his 22 don't include the 9, 10, 14, 13, I don't know, whatever the hell it come out to. So, and when I brought that up one time, the Modern Money Mechanics book situation, somebody left a grumpy ass comment on my thing there. Mad that I'm bringing up Modern Money Mechanics. I don't get it. These people ain't that smart. Okay, why don't you be mad that I'm exposing your shit? Okay, sorry. It wouldn't matter anyway, because I ain't going nowhere. I disappeared tomorrow. Everything on the website gonna be $50. I ain't lying. You think, I got my ID. It's upside down right now because I'm talking upside down shit. $50. I got a badge around here somewhere. It was on the end of my gold chain, but I think the cleaning people misplaced it. I mean, the cleaning person. There's only one. So don't let the dismissal get in the way of what you need to be doing, girlfriend. And that dismissal don't mean nothing. And if you send me an email, your Nana invested in the premium package, so you send me an email and remind me that I'm going to send you the objection if you don't have it. I don't know if you have it or not, but anyway, that's how we need to do that. Anybody their stuff got dismissed or is getting stalled out, order that it be dismissed and demand what you want. Always demand what you want. And I mean, how's that working out for you? Okay, so yeah. So municipal insurance is not, municipal court don't have jurisdiction to be doing anything. And their insurance, they wouldn't have enough insurance for me. So I didn't even know why you're messing around with that. But your counterclaim needs to be on the state level first to stop them. Okay, I don't care which is under investigation and who you reported. These corporations only care about each other. They don't give a shit about us. I'm just telling you that. And the way we do this is you file the counterclaim in state court to stop the state court process. Otherwise, they're going to be on the phone lying to those fools. Well, they won't be lying to them because you won't be doing it right, and they will still have jurisdiction. So you need to do this the way that we do it. Add the state, add those people, add, like I just said, to their own shit, because you looks like you're past all that right now. You did all your stuff and your investigation, you filed for the insurance or whatever, and it ain't help you. No offense, but I know it hasn't, because it don't. When you go down their conventional program, is designed to run your ass out of time. That's it. It ain't designed to help you do nothing except run your ass out of time. I mean, it's better than not doing anything, but we have a program here. It's snowing today and my sciences are totally gone. We have a program here that was structured from the real-time feedback from a lot of people who had the courage to step up and take a chance on doing something other than the stupid shit. You know, I have people contact me and say, hey, coach, do you have any cases that I can see where this worked? Well, first thing I'm like, why don't you send me what the hell you're doing first? Okay, sorry. I take it a little personal, okay, because at the end of the day, it don't, and I'm like, okay, I'm not an attorney. I am a non-bar attorney now. I do take on custom cases a couple a month or whatever if I'm not, And so I do have some stops. I don't really call them wins. Most people want to know what you want, whatever, to win. Most people are talking about winning or referencing the conventional BS, conventional bullshit, where they expect the judge to say, okay, you won. These case laws over here said you, whatever. No. That's not the way anything gone or goes where the hell I've been was at. That's not the way it went. It didn't go that way at all. They don't care. Case law, whatever. We're learning how to address the wide able to mess with you. And we're finding out that we've been getting slicked the hell out. Even with his dismissal. Everybody thinks a dismissal is, that's just the next step that we need to address. Welcome, little ice man, Frederick. Welcome to the stream tonight, young man. We're about ready to head on out here. I'm starting to get hungry, Kale. I talk funny when I'm getting hungry. But we covered some stuff tonight, and I also showed them the main document that we got in that package that we're going to be using to sue the Bar Association. Yeah, they've been bugging me, or somebody was bugging me, wanting to know why I keep saying that. And it's like, I didn't keep saying it. I only said it a few times. Then I chopped the video up into like 30 videos. And this is what you get to when you invest in the premium package and the coaching, in custom coaching. Yeah, I get to make a video of your stuff and stick it in their face. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I sent it out to all of the court email addresses and the judge. And I sent it to the federal people too. I just email it to everybody. And the last dude that I was working, I don't have authorization name yet, but and he was like, dude, these people aren't the ones. Dude, they are the ones because they're all in the same spot. There's some right here and some down the street. And then they had a court of common pleas. What the hell is that? I had to look that shit up. That's lower than municipal court. The court of common pleas. What the hell? Yeah, they, then I explained to my friend that the way I do stuff, I mean, I could send it right to, I didn't have the paperwork yet, and there was some situation going on, whatever. So I just used what I had because I don't roll with limitations. I used what I had, sent that shit out. I always email it to everybody anyway, because when you're doing a Rico, okay, and you include all of these people in the email, they're getting paid by the same person that or corporation that's paying the Ricoism, the Ricoers. Yeah. Now you're a conspirator, and you don't even have to know the exact situation. They made it like that. I don't think they ever thought that people would be using it to kick their butt with, or that we would. I don't see a whole lot of people doing that right now because everybody's scared. Everybody's scared. I used to be, and I've trusted 17 attorneys. And I got out just by stopping and talking to them. It's the damnedest thing. Who can hold your breath the longest? Well, we don't have to do that shit anymore because we have a different plan. A way different plan. You're welcome, Monica. And you're doing a great job. Sometimes I yell at people. Well, not really yell. I get frustrated because we can be like so close, and then we're not that close. Some of the frustration is my own. Okay, for not, because I'm like, okay, I need to make it click in your head. If I just tell you everything, that's not what my job is. So sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out a way to make it click in your head. Because if it don't click in your head, then you're gonna be getting moved back to the back of the line or something. Somebody gonna be running laps. Now, if it don't click in your head, then you don't really understand. And until I feel like it clicks in your head, I don't think you understand. And sometimes, like I can, it can be a situation where, maybe I haven't looked at something, maybe you don't know. Okay, so here's one for you. Okay, we're uncovering their fraud. Maybe it's something that we haven't seen yet or haven't addressed. Oh, the possibilities are endless. For me, I have to go down and do the check down. And sometimes sensitive people, not you, Monica, so I know. I'm just leaving it up there because it says thanks. Sometimes sensitive people kind of get defensive. Okay, so, but you got to understand, it's the same way when I'm talking to people. Okay, wait, I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. I just need to know this, and this. Because it's a time thing. Okay, it's the time. I don't have a whole lot of time. And if I do most of the talking, I'm going to understand. Now, most people don't understand how I think. And the things that I'm asking you for, and the most people, I'm, what the hell? Don't you want to know who the attorney is? No. What I need to know is what I'm asking you. And what I need to know is what I need in my head to fit you someplace in my non-conventional program. Not their bullshit. As I tell you, you can't connect none of that stuff. You can't bring none of that stuff. None of that, chunk that shit at the curb. Because if you talk about it, that's what they're going to end the hearing on. You have no idea how many different ways they throw you. We're going to be talking about some of those. Yes, I do care, and I'm glad you see that. That is important to me. I do care, and it's important to me. If I'm coaching you, it's important to me that only you and I be in it. So other people, your cousin, my aunt, your mother, or whatever, even though they have to be like, now I'm not saying don't listen to them or whatever, okay? But what I'm saying is, if they're not the ones coaching you, then you need to listen to the coach at the end or whatever and put all of those voices out. You need to tune them all out, because I can guarantee you they're not going to be where you are if you've been in this program and you got those fools to stop on the state court level. They're not going to be where you are. They need to be tuned out so that you can focus on where you need to be for the reason why you're here, to get what you came to get. Some people are happy with it dismissed. Yahoo, voila. You got your D? No, coach, but that was a lot of work. And you still haven't got the reason why you're there. Now, if you're too nice or whatever, people have filed to do this and stop the property tax letter from coming, the property tax invoice. And they're happy with that. I don't know how long that works. I don't really ask a lot of questions when people are telling me that shit, because because the way I roll, no, you open the door to get what you came here for, so go get it. That's kind of where I'm at. What's the worst they could do? Oh, they're going to be so mad. Well, they're mad as hell already at your ass because they're not getting to bill you for your $2,500 or $100 or $2,000 or $5,000, I mean, it was down to $8,000 or $9,000 a year just in property tax. Oh, hell no. People don't even know what that shit goes for. Oh, yeah, we had a thing on that. What property tax shit, man, I did a little, that's bad. We didn't even want to get started. would take us. I also want to thank everybody for that invested in the program last month while I was going through that situation with them shutting us down, hacking the website and stuff. And so we got something come out of it. Y'all bring it. Bam. Every time they want to try to punch me in the face, I'm going to figure out a better, stronger, better way to come with. And you know how we're going to get much better than this one here. All right. Hey, I ain't done because, you know, three workshops back, I was like, how am I gonna bring more power to? How am I gonna bring value and power to time? I'm doing it some kind of way. So this got to be top of the thing right here. I don't know, and it's marked down right now for people that, you know, and so. I can't wait to see somebody use this bad boy. I hope y'all going out to Cantor. Okay, if Cantor Injury Law jacked you around, call me. If you call me tomorrow, okay, I'll give your ass the package for free. If Cantor, you can show me a bill from Cantor Law, I'll give you the package free, and you'll be in. Now this is only for the rest of my life. Okay, no, let's take the life part out. Let's back that up. For the rest of my life, what the hell? Okay, sorry. I'm having some fun. I took their punches, and now they're whining on my YouTube channel trying to explain to me about they have a license. I got a damn license too, right there. Asshole. Let's go. I'm not. Now I have learned that rethinking is a good thing to consider. But not when you got your foot on their throat, okay? I wonder how many people are calling Cantor Injury Law to ask them to show me your license, because Coach Neighbor, sorry, I get the name. Coach Neighbors said that y'all don't have a license. So I just wondered. He told me to make sure that I asked, because y'all was going to charge me a whole bunch of money. Y'all wasn't going to do nothing. Okay, you know why they didn't do nothing? Well, I'll tell you why attorneys don't help you in foreclosure. I can tell you the other thing too. We're talking about foreclosure right now. Not trying to give away too much stuff right here. So are my nails. Oh, why they won't help? Because they're doing the same thing with the people down the street. That's why they won't help. The attorney you paid won't help you in foreclosure because they're lying and helping people that are doing the same thing with their buddies down the street. Maybe with the same buddies that trying to take your problem. Maybe they got a bunch of buddies everywhere. They're doing the same thing. That's why they won't help you. I mean, that's part of the reason why they won't help you. And I'm talking about when you pay an attorney to help you with foreclosure. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So let's just or help you with criminal. Okay, we'll stick with the foreclosure. Why? Their attorneys won't help you with foreclosure? Because the buddies down the street doing the same thing. Oh wait, they do try to help you to get your money. They get your money. That money, they need that money too. They're already getting paid. Okay, they're getting paid over there to throw your ass under the bus and make it easy for the buddies in the end. They're getting paid twice, and then take your little money because you don't understand that they ain't gonna help you in the end. You didn't mean one person that had an attorney that did anything like what we're doing to stop the court process or even defend them in court for real. I haven't seen that in It's helped me put together stuff that I put together. Hey, James, welcome to the show tonight, young man. Glad you could hop in here real quick. And we got that new package on the Ching Chang. And it's on sale right now, $300. What's $900? I'm gonna copy and paste the link in here again, so people don't have to go to the top. It's good to see you too, young man. We're still here making it happen, doing what we need to do. Yeah, I think this new puppy dog right here going out to Bar Association is going to be pretty badass. I mean, I was hoping one of the dude that was talking trash, I mean, he was really trying to be nice, hoping he could like hook me in with some nice shit so we could argue. I don't argue. I don't deal with drama. I mean, I'll deal with some drama on the work side of stuff, but I ain't gonna argue and turn that. You know, I ain't arguing with nobody. I'll debate you if I think what you're bringing to the table has value for all of the people that in our fight, in our fighting club. I'll debate you, but I'm not gonna argue with anybody because I got divorced, so I don't have to argue anymore. I didn't really like doing that. When you argue, it has to be a winner and a loser. When you debate, in my opinion, it's people that want to learn and can see, at least willing to listen to the other side. So one of the things that people ask me, Coach, how many have wins? And I started talking about this, but I got, how many wins or whatever. I don't really win. I'm not aware. I do take on some custom jobs or whatever, and I do whatever. Okay, but at the end of the day, that's really not what is the important thing. The important thing is that people understand winning, getting the judge to rule or whatever is not what our goal. Our goal is, number one, stop the court process. Bam! Stop the court process, get your deed delivered. Those are my two goals. Now, some people have other goals after that, and that's fine. But those goals need to come to the table after you got the first one. The first two. In my opinion. The main goal is to stop the court process, and we do that by adding federal case law and adding the players to their own shit and adding whatever. It's a wrap. If you do that right, they can't, so stop the court process, then, file your shit in federal court. And then, get ready for the federal court judge to have the magistrate judge try to screw with you. The magistrate judge don't have judicial authority to be in anybody's case. Look that shit up in your state without signed consent from everybody. So now you can do a supplemental pleading. That's how we make adjustments to what we're doing using a supplemental pleading. You make a supplemental pleading and you add the magistrate judge to your stuff on the federal court level, because the magistrate judge don't have judicial authority to make a determination in your case without the signed consent from all parties. And I would add the chief judge, because sometimes they have both their names on there, try to make lawyer chief judge, and then add them both, bam, right to their own, Supplemental pleading, you can learn about that. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, found amendment, and scroll all the way down to the bottom. Now, the other thing is, no judge and y'all need to remember this because this is power. No judge that I have seen, I'm just going to say no judge that we're going to be involved with. No judge today has ever provided a finding of facts and the conclusions of law. Bam, with any decision. No judge does that. So there you go. Cut to the chase. I don't give a crap if the judge ruled that you didn't pick your nose. Bam, object with the 2-document thing, the procedural. No. Oh, wait. Let's throw in there that the judge is, an administrative hearing because they didn't provide a finding of facts and a conclusions of law. Those are the 2 main things that you need to be able to have an appeal. Those are the 2 main things that you need to be able to be in a judicial court. Those are the 2 main things that you need to be able to be connected to the Constitution to have the protections that they trick your ass into thinking that. You with me? Yeah. Okay, I'm getting worked up now, so I'm going to have to go. All right, guys. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. And I'm going to get out here and go do some stretches and get something to eat. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Let's go.